Hello there, beloved ones. It's wonderful to see you. Welcome back to my salon of stories. What has been happening to you out there in the big wide world this week? I had a wonderful time visiting on Nitiri. I was honored to visit the sunken library of our lattice. I took down copies of excellent poems that I hope to show you sometime in the future. Today, we explore the penultimate part of our poem, When Angels Fall. In this episode, Arbeth and Micah receive some surprising news and have to contend with a demonic cowboy determined to prevent them from returning any more lost souls. So turn the heating on if it's chilly where you are. Dig out your sweatshirts and fall jumpers, pop caramel popcorn, and mix hot chocolate, and prepare yourselves to ask again, what happens when angels fall? When Angels Fall. Part 4. Arbeth and Micah continued across hell and found 24 souls along their way who gladly returned home to God in heaven. Each time, they felt their holy mission weigh upon their hearts. They pictured those happy lights, at peace at last, beyond the flames and screams. But still, sometimes, Arbeth's heart yearned for heaven. She lost the eye countless times in her dreams. Micah, his being aching with misery, not for himself, but for the pain in her, began to do what he had not for eons. While Arbeth slept, he knelt and prayed for her. Lord, hear me. Long, long ago, I was your son. Since then, I know I have strayed far away. I have no right, God, even to talk to you. But I can't help remember that you'd say, if any of us felt sad or down-laden, with heavy thoughts, that we could come to you, and you would listen with a gentle heart, Lord. And if you could, you'd teach us what to do. Lord, I need to beg your help. It's not for me. Arbeth is sickening without your light. Every day that passes troubles her more sorely, and nightmares give her no rest in the night. So, tell me what extra penance I should do. Punish me, and I will bear it gladly. If you will, but take your sweet Arbeth back home, and leave me where my own choices put me. I will continue to seek out the lost souls. I'll find 10,000, as you ordered me. Or, if you wish it, now add to the number. Set me to find 15,020,000 of those lost and bewildered spirits. Or damn me once again. I'll make no cry about your choice. Only take Arbeth back home. Rekindle her smile and return her eye. That prayer he breathed one night, then 2, then 20. But no reply did poor Micah receive. In time, he grew angry and called to the Lord. Arbeth has always taught me to believe in your goodness, but if you will not answer, I'll as the worst of cowards proclaim you. If you won't even consider a plea for a gentle angel who believed in you. Micah fell forward on the red rock, sobbing. Not once in his infernal history had he felt so lost, so small and abandoned. Then a voice said, "You're never far from me, nor is Arbeth. It is true that she is sick, but only in the carriage of new life. I halted the growth of the babe within her, so that it would not be born here to strife." The answer shocked Micah. "But she is dying. It's clear. You only have to look at her. Please take her home. I will stay here forever. If my sorrow buys a release for her, she is not intended to leave this place yet. But you are right. On closer look, I see. She ails, but only in the growing of life. Inside her, Arbeth grows a new baby that will be born to you once your work is done. The knowledge of that joy might lift her heart. And Micah, know that I respect your courage. The conviction with which you trust your heart is rare indeed. But you were mistaken when you prayed and said that you were once my son. Yes, sir, Micah said. Nobody could change it. You've been my son since this old world begun. As for Arbeth's dreams, some are only nightmares, but others hold a message you must heed. Do you understand, Micah? Watch Arbeth's dreams, and you will see something that you both need. So the presence of God withdrew, but Arbeth, around her throat, wore a shard of pure light, entombed within a chamber of clear crystal. At once her steps were strong, her face was bright. Moreover, she divulged that one dreadful dream. A dozen times over had leached her joy. In the vision, the pair were being hunted by a being that looked like a cowboy. Don't laugh, Arbeth warned. He looks like a cowboy, but within him is such fury and hate. So much longing, a hunger overpowering. So dangerous, I shudder to relate. Somehow, some way, he knows what we are doing. Believe me, if we should encounter him, we will be fortunate to escape unscathed. In all likelihood, we will not be living. Micah listened, but in his joy at her health, he found himself too much in levity. He teased her much about her phantom cowboy, and did not tell her about the baby God had warned him of. They returned, two good souls, in a small bay beside a rotting sea, then crossed the turgid waves to come upon a land of deserts with nary a green tree. After walking 4 days, they found a small town, huddled up next to a muddy brown stream. The place was designed for strong men on horseback and women who sewed dresses with tight seams. Of course, they were in hell, and though the cruelty of the Old West in history was seen, the souls who dwelt in the town knew worse torment. Constantly sick from drinking from the stream, withered by famine, for nothing from such earth, bereft of rain and sun, could fully grow. The people baked in summer and in winter. They froze beneath immense drifts of black snow. Hellhounds roamed the desert around the town's edge. They growled at the pair, but gave them way. A woman ran up, and she knelt before them. I prayed that you would at last come this way. My name is Cora Matthews. I was killed off by my town, who said I cast wicked spells, even though all I did was make medicines from plants to keep my daughter and myself. I've heard tell you can return people home to the one above who made us in his shape. I ask nothing for me, but please, I beg you, release my daughter. She died for my sake. Where is your daughter, Cora? She is hidden. I keep her from the hounds and wicked things. But if you swear to send her home, I'll take you to meet her, and I'll give you anything. The choice is God's, Micah said. But if it's true that you and your child were both innocent, I don't see why you should not both be released and go to where all is peace and content. Micah and Arbeth went with her to the church. A little girl poked out her glowing head from under an altar cloth as white as snow. Mama, who are those strange people? She said. Good question. A voice drawled from just behind them. Arbeth and Micah shied away from it. Into the church, they saw a massive cowboy with eyes of steel. He hawked and then he spit. "Get away from my daughter," Cora shouted. "Peace, little mama. I'm not here for you. But if you get in the way of my purpose, I'll show you just what my power can do. I am here for the turncoat and his angel. Satan has put a bounty upon them, the greatest bounty ever laid on two folk. He will release whoever brings them in. For years, I've hunted those marked by Omega, killing or trapping those who release souls. That's why I can approach when others cannot, when all others are burned, as if with coals." Micah stood in front of Arbeth. He hissed at the cowboy, exposing shining teeth. But the cowboy laughed, and he drew a weapon, as black as the sludge scraped from underneath. "The rim of the world. Come on, Micah, Arbeth. You cannot know how you are awaited. The prince of this place intends to thank you for the souls of his you have liberated." "Wait," Micah said. "Please," Arbeth said. His raised hand was a denial set to break two hearts. "Let me go alone," Micah said. "I'll go. I will not fight. Only let them depart." "As if," the cowboy said. Job never once bowed to take only a part of his bounty. God whispered something into Micah's ear. He lost his wife once and his young baby. He went on a rampage to find their killers, but killed others who weren't necessarily involved in the plot. His guilt brought him down here, but he cares for mothers and kids deeply. "She is with child," Micah cried out. Job halted. "What?" "Arbeth carries my child. It's innocent. If you want someone, take me to the devil. But don't be like those who made you lament for your wife and baby. So much you slew them. You are a bounty hunter. You seek men and women who have done wrong. But I sense that you're a good man. Take me and leave them. You are to have a child. The Maker told me the news himself. When we've returned to him, enough of the people who should not be here. The child within her will begin growing, and we will see her born. Well, Arbeth will now. I swear, I'll make no fuss and go with you. Just, though you're a damned soul and bounty hunter, don't let old Nick make something worse of you." Job paused. "Send Cora and her brat to heaven. I'll say it happened before I arrived. Then I will take you with me to the devil. I'll say I injured Arbeth, and she died from the strange poison placed upon my bullets. Be warned, Lucifer's rage will be worse still, but your loved ones may escape for another day in the future, if that is your will." Micah told Job. "No," Arbeth said. "I won't go. I'll call on God for Cora and her child. But let us call for you, too, bounty hunter. Perhaps you'll be returned to your wife Mild and your daughter." Job hesitated, breath caught. "Would you two really risk so much for me?" "There is no risk. All will be as heaven wills. But yes, we will ask for you, happily." So Cora, Anya, and the cowboy called Job. All in one breath escaped. Two delighted, one of them dumbfounded, arose to be once more one with the light. Subscribe to become a delicious darling. Gosh, that was dramatic. What did you think of today's episode? Today's word for the comments is cowboy. Type it, and then tell me any fact about cowboys. You know, any fact at all. Please take a moment to click like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. to become an official delicious darling. I am having a working home week. I will be translating more of the off-world manuscripts and probably eating far too much takeout food. Until I see you again, always be true to those you love. Never back down from a necessary fight. Always find an alternative to those that aren't necessary. And sleep well, my delicious darlings.